unimportantstrategy.com.
Hello, this is Daniel Grady with a quick look at the markets for today, Thursday, June 26th. Coming up on the economic calendar today at 9:30 GMT, we have a speech by the Bank of England Governor Carney, who's going to be talking about the financial stability report. So we could have some volatility in the British pound as well as in British equities. Then at 12:30 GMT, we have weekly employment data from the United States, which could get some extra attention after what we had with the GDP data yesterday. Then also at the same time, we have personal consumption and expenditure, personal income and spending from the United States as well, which is an important component or indication of how the U.S. economy is performing. Then at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we have employment data from France, which it would generate more of a volatility in French stocks if we have something unexpected than in the euro. And then in the evening, we have inflation data at 11:30 GMT. And we have inflation data coming out of Japan, which could generate some volatility in the Japanese yen as well as in some Asian equities. The S&P 500 yesterday moved higher. This was a bit of after we had some surprising data coming out yesterday with the first quarter revision of the GDP. Initially, it was expected to be down by 1.8%, and it turned out to be minus 2.9%. However, stocks still performed pretty well yesterday. That optimism continued during the Asian session, or during early trading today. Asian stocks continued to move higher with the MSCI index up a further 0.6%. European futures are also trading higher at the beginning of the European session. But S&P 500 futures going into the session today are pretty much unchanged, which would be understandable that we'd have somewhat of a neutral outlook at the beginning of the day, with investors waiting to get some more data from the United States to see how the recovery is going. The euro yesterday came up to our resistance level here at 136.60 and since retreated, heading towards support at 135.80 at the moment. We don't have any major data coming out to affect the euro today. The pound had a little bit of a recovery yesterday after the strong move on the downside on Tuesday. We're still above support here at 169.80. If it were to move below that, we have further and stronger support at 169.40. And then on the upside, we have resistance at 170.60 for the moment, though we might have some trouble getting above the psychological level here at 170. The yen came down to close just above our support level here at 101.75. It's just a little bit above that at the moment. If it were to move below that, we have a relatively weak support level at 101.50, and then we have stronger support at 101.25, and then on the upside we have resistance at 102.25. And then finally we have gold, which had an initial move on the downside yesterday after we had the GDP report, but then since recovered. It came down to support at 1,310, and then it moved back towards resistance, which we have at 1,340, a pretty strong technical resistance level there. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching and happy trading.